Sup, y'all? Okay, first off, the first thing I gotta say is that I will not be making any videos next week. So I am moving pretty much cross country this coming week, and that means that I'm going to be very busy and will not be able to make any videos. I will let you guys know when the newest video is going to come out if you follow me on my Twitter, which is kookykitt, the same as my Origin ID. And then you guys can find out when the next video is going to go up. Okay, so to the build. I wanted to use Nifty Knitting in a way that I hadn't seen it really be used before. Most of the builds I'm seeing with Nifty Knitting are granny cottages for the most part. So what I wanted to do here was, one, I wanted to pair it with another pack. So I decided to go with Eco Lifestyle for the pack I was going to pair it with. And I wanted to do a young crafty couple. So I ended up doing these two women, and one of them is super into knitting, and she's really kind of like, her entire style is more like edgy, but then she's super into knitting. And then I have her wife, which is, she is super like bright on the outside, but she's doing, I have her doing, what's the word for it? Fabrication. So I wanted to mix those two together. And I kind of wanted to do the house in the same way of it's kind of like darker on the outside. It has like a more industrial look to it on the outside, but on the inside it's bright and it's colorful and it's got all of this fun, all of the fun stuff from the knitting pack in it. So I was also like, I don't know why, but my brain was like, I need this to be a loft. It was like one of the first things I was thinking when I was going into making this. I wanted this to be a loft, and I wanted it to be like different on the inside than the outside. So you see, I'm trying to look at stuff for the outside to just kind of see what kind of works together, because I wanted to use Eco Lifestyle stuff, and I only wanted to use 3 packs, so I decided to do Base Game, Eco Lifestyle, and Nifty Knitting, and I think it ended up really cute. So, about Nifty Knitting, I like the pack. I really do. I love so many of the items and all of that stuff, but, and here's my major but, I feel like it's not really great for building. I feel like stuff packs in general are kind of more towards the builders generally. They add some gameplay elements and all of that, but usually they're mostly adding in objects for us to build with. And I feel like this pack isn't. This pack is very much gameplay oriented, which is fine. And it does have all of these build mode items, all of these buy mode stuff, but it's all locked behind gameplay, which, like, is not a bad thing, really, just, like, in general, but it feels kind of, I don't know, it's kind of awkward for it to be a stuff pack and to not be able to access, like, any of this stuff, especially since we voted on all of this stuff, too, so we can't really access stuff without using cheats, because here I'm using the debug. I'm using show hidden objects to be able to access all of this stuff, because I plan on one of the Sims being a knitter, but I don't want to have to go in and have her knit everything just so I can place it. You know what I mean? So it kind of would be nice if not so much of it was locked behind the knitting skill, because I feel like for those of us who don't do quite as much gameplay, it means the pack is just not... It's not that it's not as fun, because all of that stuff is still here. It's still out here. But it's so much harder to access. And yes, I can go through debug pack by pack, but it's still frustrating. Because I understand why they have to have all of the swatches be separate items for these, for all of these craftable things, right? Because otherwise, if it was all just different swatches on one item, then in regular gameplay, if you knit the blue octopus, then you could totally just change the swatch for it to be green or whatever if you go into build mode, right? But they don't want that to happen. They want you to only be able to do that. So they have to make them separate objects so that you can't just change the swatch. So like, I get it, but at the same time, it just makes it so frustrating. You see, I'm going through all this stuff because the same issue applies to Eco Lifestyle. I was trying to find like candles and stuff, and you have to go through the debug menu to do that because there's no real way to get to the candles otherwise. So I did want to make this a starter home, and I did end up being able to get away with it. I have been enjoying making starter homes more recently because I feel like they're more accessible to people. Same with one of the other reasons why I wanted to make it have so few packs was also because I want it to be more accessible to people in the gallery. So I specifically made it just the 3 packs and starter funds so that you can afford it and you don't have to have so many packs for it. So this is the little office I made because I loved the idea of the 2 wives being in here and just being completely like both of them doing their thing and not really noticing what the other one's doing. So I love the idea of it being like one wife's in there and doing all of her knitting and stuff, and the other one is making candles at the same time. I just thought that was a really cute idea. And I love all of this new stuff. Like the furniture for Nifty Knitting is all really cute. I know a lot of people are complaining about the swatches and the fact that they are so pastel and bright and everything. And I get that. I do. Because I know that's not everyone's cup of tea. But for me, I absolutely love it. Especially since like some of that crafting stuff looks like stuff I've had in the past. I've owned myself. Everyone keeps calling it the granny pack. And I'm like, no, I have it. I like that stuff. I'm not a granny, I promise. I just act like it. So here I was trying to use I'm like, I don't have so many rugs because I'm only using those 3 packs. And I really wanted to like use as much knitted stuff as possible because if you know a knitter or are a knitter, you absolutely know that everything in your house becomes knit. Like, I have so many things in my house that are crocheted and knit because I do these crafts. So you very rarely make all of these things and give everything away or sell everything. It's everywhere. So I wanted to kind of like portray that because that's the thing is that the same thing with like if you're a painter, all of your paintings are everywhere. So if you're knitting, all of your knitting is going to be everywhere. So I really wanted to portray that because it's something I know very well. So I just wanted to get that in there. I love these mailboxes. These mailboxes are so cute. They're just adorable. So I also wanted to have this little patio out here, and I decided that the candle making wife also grows her own soybeans. And then I put the rocking chair out there so that the knitting wife can be out there knitting while the other one is gardening. And I thought that was a really cute idea. I tested it. That is completely fine. You can in fact rock in that chair where it is. I end up having to move the planters off screen because I put it too close to the wall and she couldn't plant the stuff there. So yeah. I honestly do think that this is a really adorable house, to be honest. I'm into it. I am enjoying it. And it is just different than what I've been doing. So I think I like that a lot. At this point, I was realizing that I had enough. I still had enough money to actually do some, I think I'm about to start landscaping and cluttering up because I realized I was like, I have the money for it. Oh, at first I was like, I need something in here for them to like enjoy doing. So like bring up their fun, because knitting brings up the fun and everything, but other stuff does too. So at first I gave them a tablet, but then I decided that no, they didn't need that because it's so expensive. And someone in chat was like, give them a radio to listen to while they knit. And so I had to. So I gave them that little tiny like gramophone looking thing, because I thought that would be really cute and kind of in the style. But now I realized I had money left for landscaping. So I decided to come out here and just do the cheapest stuff. So I'm just using the, I try to say that wrong every single time. The low-lying yellow flowers. God, why can I not say that? And some oopsie-daisies. And that was pretty much it. Because I just wanted to give some landscaping and plants and stuff, but I didn't want to spend a lot of money on it because I was still trying to make that under 20K. And I ended up being okay. So I came in here and I did some more cluttering. Yeah, landscaping the kitchen. That's what you do, right? And I wanted to use stuff that's just like, I love those shelves. I love all of the shelves in Eco Lifestyle, and I'll talk about them constantly. So I love that. And I love these hanging plants. And I love the fact that they did it so that there's different heights. So you can have it for different wall heights. Okay, so screenshots are about to come up. If you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that bell button. And follow me on Twitter, kookykitt, and my origin ID is kookykitt as well. Okay, have fun. Thanks for watching.